Hi, this is Kelly.
And I'm Lenny.
Welcome to
Your Take. Today we're going to be focusing on financial rewards and non-financial rewards. Which ones are better motivators? Are they financial rewards or non-financial rewards in business?
My take is non-financial rewards. This is because of my experience and also where we are in Africa, in Kenya. Non-financial rewards are the best because most of us tend to misuse this money. So if you're rewarded with maybe 100,000 shillings, the first thing you'd think of is buying that big fridge, that sofa set you've been thinking about. So if you will reward this person non-financially by giving him a course to go and take, which will eventually improve on him as a person and the business as a whole.
Look at our economies. Extra income is always very, very useful. In US, for example, 43% spend more than they earn. In Kenya, it's 77%. So what does it say? This clearly indicates that personal income is usually insufficient to cover daily necessities. So when you reward your employees with extra income, they'll have extra money to actually cover for these necessities.
Non-financial rewards are really, for me, it's more of shaping the company. Because how do you want to see the company in future? You want a CEO who has a master's degree. For instance, if anyone is showing the potential of being able to take this company to the next level, instead of giving this person a financial reward, and we know very well how tempting money is. If you give this person education, a master's degree, it might cost the company, yes, but the shape of the company moves on to the next level. So non-financial rewards give the company power to be able to shape the company into the next level.
Which is the number one currency that fuels the day-to-day operations of a business? It's esteem. How do you fuel this esteem into an individual who is actually a better performing individual than the others? Financial rewarding. Financial rewarding is actually one of the best motivators for esteem, which is actually the best in actually running even companies and also in management style issues.
Well, non-financial rewards also are something that businesses and individuals in the company can actually look forward to. Because look at courses like driving. Some of the people, and we know them, they can never take themselves to driving school, even if you give them 200,000 shillings. So non-financial rewards are things that can be pegged on and also looked at, because it is kind of benchmarking yourself, benchmarking the business. Because how would you want your managers to look like? Mm-hmm. Would you want your managers to be successful out there driving cars but no knowledge? It's basically how you run your business. Mm-hmm. And non-financial rewards are it's really a strong way and practice for companies to move into other levels that they want. Because I know of CEOs who want all their managers to have degrees, but you can't fire people, and you cannot look down on a particular person because he doesn't have a degree or he doesn't have a certain qualification, maybe a driving license. Why would you deny someone a job because of a driving license? Why don't you pay for it? Non-financial reward.
You see, first of all, we have to look at employee retention. Each and every business suffers this thing because at the end of the year, you find so many employees moving from one corporation to the other in the same industry. Why do they do this? It's not because of you're being educated by that particular company. No, it's about this other company giving you a higher financial reward for what you're doing. People actually, it's a way of realizing these individuals and their performances. One, if you want to curb this employee retention in your own business, even in your own personal business, what do? You give them you give them bonuses, for instance.
Correct.
You up their pay, and if you up their pay, they will more likely be with your company or your business, because one, they won't have to actually go and source for other jobs. And when a person actually when I'm paid well, I can't use my company's machine to go and print what is it called, the resumes, and it totally help the company.
You mean you can't use the company's internet to look for a job?
Exactly. You see, I won't be doing that, because one, I'm paid well, and number two, I'll focus on doing much more better for me to get much more pay.
Now, there's something that people get wrong in non-financial rewards, because non-financial rewards also can motivate and increase level of retention for your employees. This is because it can come in certain ways, like house allowance. Instead of giving this person a house allowance, why don't you pay for the house? Instead of now, the extra income which he earns can be used for something else. I can give you an example. Just the other day, a company that I talked to, they actually gave their employees pension schemes. They increased their pension schemes instead of increasing their salaries. So this rewarding of financial rewarding is, you have no control and development of these particular people.
You see, in non-financial rewarding, people might misuse the non-financial rewards. For instance, when probably you're being given leaves or day off. Now, so some people actually some people can actually misuse, and this is, we actually we see this day to day, because both of us are employed anyway. You might you might use your leave days. Actually, you might use more leave days that you're actually being given, because one, you might tend to probably want to stay home with your family. Probably you're doing your own side business or some sort. So you tend to start misusing the non-financial rewards that you're being given at some point in time. But you see, in financial rewards, it's actually a fair judgmental tool, because when you're actually rewarding these people, you reward a person or an employee based on their performance. If a person is a high performer, they get rewarded, they get bigger bonuses than the people who are not are not performing very well, which is actually very, very fair, because it's actually so unfair for me to see that I'm using only my 21 days or my 25 days or my 30 days of leave, and some person is using probably 45 days.
Now, let us look at the multi-billion companies that exist just within Kenya. Part of what they do is non-financial rewarding, and they have highest number of retention of their employees. You get picked up in the morning, you are taken to work, and you get dropped off. So you're not using your fare.
True.
Your house is paid for, and your children are paid for school fees. So what else would you need? And in fact, this is non-financial rewarding in a way. The company itself has control.
So what you're saying is that I won't have to choose the car that I want to drive in. I won't have to choose the house that I'll have to live in, because it has been capped. And what else do you say about?
I said school fees.
School fees. I won't have to take my child to the school that I want of my choice. Yeah. Now, if you give me 200,000 shillings, for instance, I will drive my own car. I will take my daughter or my son to school of my choice, and I will have to do each and every other thing that I want to do. So what's your take?
What's your take?